Okay, so let's talk about the end of Resonance. Why did the world split?
I have always been fascinated with the idea of x-rays, which are real things, but they pass through us and we don't even know it. And there's an old story of the Philadelphia experiment, where during World War II the US Army was attempting to create invisibility, and they attempted it, supposedly, by shifting the vibrational level of the boat. And what they didn't realize, as the story goes, is that in shifting the vibrational level, they allowed things to pass through each other. And there are stories that people will tell of men getting melded into the ship so that when they brought it back, people were halfway in and halfway out of the floor. And that idea of there being other levels that could be passing through us right now that we didn't know, I just always have found intriguing. And the fact of the matter is, as Jordan explains in the book, that we think of ourselves as solid mass, and we're not. We're a bunch of very, 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 very tiny pieces vibrating and bouncing off of each other and interacting with each other, but there's far more space in us than matter. If you look at an atom, if you say an atom is the size of a football field, the nucleus would be the size of a ping pong ball, and the electrons are running around in this football stadium of space. So we're space. We're organized tiny particles in space. It absolutely makes sense that we would be able to pass through something else if we weren't interacting with it. And that idea I just thought was so intriguing, that there could be other Earths and other realities right here, right now, passing through us the same way that X-rays do. We all fall into categories. We are judged by which way we vote, what religion we are. And we often don't consciously choose those positions. They come to us, our friends talk us into them, we're born into them. And we stick with them and we defend them ardently. And I wanted some of the characters to be confronted not only with the ability to make the choice, but the necessity of it. So several of the characters have to choose in a divided world which way they go. And whichever way they decide, they're going to have to give up something, someone, family members, because we are a divided society. We're very polarized. And I wanted to know, if you had to choose, how would you choose?
So I was curious about Jordan and Jillian. Did they ever get together?
In my mind, they did. I was surprised at the number of people who came up to me later and said, "Oh, I wanted more from them. I wanted more of a resolution. I wanted to know." And I was shocked too. I've had 2 women say, "I really wish you had gotten Jordan and Jillian together more at the end," and tons of guys, "Oh, I wanted a more romantic ending." I thought that was so surprising that it was almost entirely men. "Why didn't you get Jordan and Jillian together more?" I did. I didn't want it to be a romance novel. I didn't want the book to be misinterpreted. It's apocalypse fiction. And it didn't need to end with a, "Will you marry me?" But in my mind, and the way I left it at the end, Jillian had clearly chosen to stay with Jordan over the remainder of her family. And they were together. They're off on their next adventure. And I just assumed it would lead to the appropriate romantic places.
This unlikely couple live together.
Discovering the magnetic polar reversal together.